pretty sure it is. iPhone.
Did you start already?
I told you when to start.
Well, I got lost in the iPhone talk.
Oh, for fuck's sake. You better be recording.
Right. I think I'm 2 seconds behind, so you have to match that up.
Man. iPhone 11. What's in the box? Yeah.
Great intro.
Well, now you got me on a mission. So iPhone 12 Pro Max, iPhone 11 Pro Max. You have a 0.2 inch larger Retina display.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Dang.
That's what I'm talking about.
Dang.
It's 0.2 inches, man.
And Dolby Vision HDR recording, which doesn't help with your hand holding bullshit. 5x optical zoom. A14 bionic chip. It adds to your ability to reach across the phone. That 0.2 inches.
Yep.
Man. Yeah, so I have an iPhone 11 Pro Max. But you have a ceramic shield on the front for 4 times better drop performance. Nice job.
Woo.
Look at you. What size did you get? The 128, 256, or 512?
256.
Nice. Well.
That's because I looked at my old one, which was 256, and I was like, oh, I only use half this, so.
I don't even know how big. I apparently have it says 64 gigs, but I'm not sure. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Everything goes to the cloud anyway.
Doesn't matter. I had sex.
You had sex with your phone?
You don't remember that song?
The Akon song? Yes. Was that also with Lonely Island? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do remember that. Doesn't matter. So that 0.2 inches matters, I guess, for you. It's because you can't reach the bottom of the bitch with it.
Yeah. Well, the top, really. The bottom is where I'm holding it.
Still talking about phones?
Maybe.
Oh. Do a good old-fashioned bowling ball technique?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. I only use 2 holes, though, not 3.
There you go. The other one's just there to kind of, if you needed to put spin on it.
Spit or spin?
Yes. So, welcome to, where are we at? 38?
No, that was a live episode.
39?
We're at 39.
Oh, man, we're almost about to get prostate exams for funsies.
Now you gotta say it again. Welcome to episode 39.
Welcome to episode 39. Bienvenidos, muchachos y muchachas. Does that help?
Yeah, it does.
All right. 39, yeah. Like I said, God, I'm personally coming up on 40, and like I'm just like dreading it for some reason or another. I'm not like afraid of like the stereotypical things like, oh God, I'm gonna lose my hair, or oh shit, I'm gonna go gray, or oh my God, like I'm gonna have a midlife crisis. I kind of knocked out at least one of those 3 items already. Like I got good hair, and my skin's good, and I don't have like gray hair, like excessive amounts. I do notice though, like I have seen some recently, and that's been an adventure.
It is what it is, man.
But yeah, dude, like I feel like when I was a kid, the life expectancy was like 80 years old, and I think it's still like currently like 82, or so. Fuck, man, like 40 to me is like, well, there's half my life gone, and I don't think it's like, I wouldn't say wasted, but it's definitely like, well, shit, what am I gonna do differently for the next half?
Yeah, but you got a whole half to go.
That's true. I mean, that's definitely
just think about how long you lived, and then you got to do that shit again, possibly.
Yeah, but like I don't remember half the shit in the first half. So, I mean, how fuck? I'm gonna go to the latter part where I'm probably not gonna remember half that shit either. So I don't know. Yeah, I mean, granted, dude, 40 years is a long time. I mean, I'd love to live like 4 times that. Why not? 5 times that. I'll live forever.
As long as you're healthy.
Yeah.
If you're like hella decrepit and all that stuff, you can't.
Dude,
really...
I definitely would like not want to be, you can live forever, but you just continually age like shit. So if you're like 500 years old, you're just like a spinal cord in like a sack with a fucking voice modifier because it's reading your brain, like that's not.
Don't want to be there. Don't want to be there.
Yeah, that's not, that's not, I'd rather be.
Woo, I'm living.
Yeah, I'm here, guys. I did it. Like, float me in my space shuttle over here now. Like, just push me along. Yeah, I definitely would rather be probably like this, this age, this physique, this kind of thing, and be that age. But
nah, I'd rather be like what I was in my 20s and have that type of body. But then recovery, because you're in your 20s, you recover a lot faster, right?
Yes, but I'm arguably in better shape today than I was in my 20s.
But if you had the recoverability of your 20s, then you could get into the shape you are today.
Yeah, I guess that would make sense. If I had the recoverability and the like spring of my step in my 20s, but knew what I knew today about how to manage the weight and manage my health and doing all through that shit, then then that's definitely the option, right? That would be the ideal. Anyway, enough about that. I'm gonna be 40 in a couple of years. Don't worry about it at that time. So episode 39, we're here. We made it. Good job, Ray. Another week in the books. You have been on fucking point. I have to commend you. You've been on point with the IG TLC. So I'm greatly appreciative of the
tables, ladders, and chairs on IG.
Yeah, you've been great, dude. I mean, like the fucking what are those kids? What are the Hardy Boys and
Swanton bombing?
You just Swanton bombing the shit out of our IG, and I got to commend you for it. So thank you.
Sweet.
For carrying weight there. A lot of action, a lot of activity in the last couple weeks on that. We're still trying one more hard press on buying Travis this fucking beret, but no one wants to see it apparently. Like, am I the only one in the world that wants to see Travis just,
No, I mean, there's a hashtag for it. There's at least 5 people, because there's 5 comments right now that want to see that happen.
Well, there you go. So 5. He's 25% of the way there. Look at that.
Yep. So we'll see. He's got till Friday. So we'll see how it goes.
He's got free shit coming his way if he can pull it off. I mean, he just needs to go. He's got friends. Just like they don't even need to really do anything remotely like serious except, hey, go comment on this thing and then freaking put it out there. And the funny thing is this post or this podcast isn't going to go out until it's Friday, so he's gonna have like we're gonna be talking about shit like he's got time, and he's gonna, by the time this posts, there ain't gonna be no time for him to figure that shit out. Man,
yeah, I'll shoot him a text.
Hey, we talked about it. You better hurry up. So there was that. You posted a question this week. Do you remember?
Yes, I do. But you do we want to ask? Like, I thought we were just gonna integrate that in the podcast.
Well,
just be like rambling along and say Q-tip and then move on from it.
Oh, you want a baseball sign this shit?
Yeah, I mean, because that was the question was, what random brand should we rep on the podcast?
Oh, right? I wasn't talking about that one.
Oh,
I was talking about the sock one.
Oh yeah, that's a poll. That's not necessarily a question, but okay.
Well, it was a poll, as in if there was a true or false or a yes or no question.
Okay.
You want
to start there?
Yeah.
Or do you want to talk about Newman's Own Pizza or something?
Talk about what on pizza?
Newman's Own Pizza.
Newman's Own Pizza?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
It's just pizza made by Newman's Own, Paul Newman's company.
Isn't Paul Newman, he's the guy that does the popcorn and the dressings, right?
Yep. He does all that. He donates a lot of his money too.
Yeah.
It's good food. It's all organic.
Wait, so what does it's like frozen pizza? Or is it like...
Yeah,
all the closed Pizza Huts are now becoming Newman's Pizza Huts or some shit.
Well, that would be cool. No, it's just frozen pizza. It's like DiGiorno, but Newman's.
And you had this?
Yeah, who hasn't had it?
I haven't, because I can't remember the last time I had a frozen pizza.
Well, go to your local Save Mart and go down the middle aisle, where it's not really a freezer. It's like a half freezer, and have a day with some frozen Red Baron's pizzas.
Well, you just told me to have Newman's fucking frozen pizzas, and now you're telling me to go Red Baron it. Next thing you tell me is Tombstone DiGiorno has got a hybrid fucking compilation coming out.
They've joined forces, yeah. It's like a remix.
I haven't had frozen pizza. I don't even know if it's any good. I couldn't tell you. I know these like main chain brands, but dude, that's kind of disgraceful. Like, that's like going to fucking McDonald's to get their new chicken sandwich instead of going to Chick-fil-A. Like, you go to Chick-fil-A because they make the Chick-fil-A sandwich or the chicken sandwich, and their money. Popeyes has got a pretty good one too, but Chick-fil-A is where it's at, right? You don't go to KFC, even though they're trying to compete into the chicken sandwich game too. But goddamn, you just like pizza. There's a lot of good pizza places out there. Why would I want to go get a frozen one?
Why not?
Because there's a lot of good other pizza out there that's not frozen,
and
taste doesn't taste like cardboard.
There's some that tastes decent.
Okay, I have to ask you because I don't have any ranking here. You seem to frequent the frozen pizza game here. So what would you say is the best one, ranked 1 through 5?
Probably Newman's Own.
For what? 1, 2, 3. You want to start from the bottom? You want to go from the top?
Let's see. You got Tombstone. There's Red Baron out there. There is DiGiorno, which is that one, and then there's like Costco frozen pizza happens to be in there too.
Okay.
And then there's some other ones too. They're like off-brand type pizzas as well. I'd probably say start with your DiGiornos. Those are probably your best.
And you've had one recently to qualify this? I don't have any fucking clue. I honestly don't. I haven't.
Yeah, man, we do a lot of meal prep, but we always have like a frozen pizza or two sitting around in case, like for instance, we're like we ran out of meal prep juice? Exactly. Actually, we started stashing them because Courtney, when she was pregnant, was like, I really want one of those old
secret
school
pizza juice
frozen pizzas, and I'm like, I got you. And I went to Save Mart and got Tombstone. And she's like, this is exactly what I was looking for. Well, she didn't want the DiGiorno one. She wanted like the old school.
Where all the pepperonis are slide to one side. It's only 5 of them in the first place.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
But the pepperoni's cup. You put them in there in the cup,
Yeah.
Lay flat.
Man,
So.
Pizza Guys does that now. Mountain Mike's does that. Cup and crisp pepperonis are the best pepperonis.
Yeah. Keeps the fat oils in the center there. You're like, yes.
Yes. I want a little soup fat in a little bowl of soup fat. Oh, what you drinking there? Fat soup. What? Yeah. Fat soup. It's delicious.
Anyway, so you want to talk about the
so hang on, you ranked DiGiorno as number 1, and then you're like, fuck the rest. I don't know. I don't care. Like,
I thought we're moving on.
No, dude, I wanted 1 through 5 on this shit. You get like Newman's fucking something and DiGiorno, I guess. I don't know, like somewhere in there, and then you just ramble. Okay, so let's try this again. Number 5. Your 5 choices are. I don't even know if Costco counts, but I'll count it because I can't think of any. Red Baron, Tombstone, DiGiorno, Newman's whatever pizza, and Costco. So
sure.
Number 5, go.
That was it.
No, I forgot what I said. I want them ranked.
Okay, so number 5 is Costco.
Costco is the shittiest of the frozen pizzas.
Yeah.
Wow.
Most things Costco are the shittiest.
That is not true.
It's absolutely true.
No way, bro.
Kirkland, get the fuck out of my face.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Kirkland, it's all up under my shit.
I know that. Anyway, so the Kirkland would be here for number 5. Number 4 would be Red Baron. Number 3 would be Tombstone. Number 2 would be your Newman's, if you can find it. And number 1 would be your DiGiorno.
Wow. What flavor DiGiorno is the best?
Anyone with meat on it.
Anyone with meat on it. That's what she said. Good. Okay. All right. So if you ever have a hankering for a frozen pizza, the last time I had a frozen pizza, actually, now that I think about it, and it's kind of funny because they were sold them in Costco and they weren't Kirkland brand, but it was those frozen French bread pizzas. Do you remember those?
Yeah. Red Baron sells them. With the little chopped up pepperonis.
Yeah, the little triangle pepperonis. Yeah, that was those were the last frozen pizzas that I had ever have eaten, and that was like in high school. So, okay, so there's some context for you. A long time ago. All right, well, good pizza section complete. Moving on. What was the question? What you asked? Was it today you asked that? I think it was today.
Yeah, I just threw a poll out there. See, is wearing socks when you sleep okay?
I didn't vote, but
that was the question.
I will vote right now because I do have a
is that your
vote
final
here.
answer? You gonna vote?
Oh, good. I'm glad I'm on the majority here. All right. So the majority of people, is it okay to wear socks in bed while sleeping? Yes at 25% and no at 75%.
Yeah. Hold on a second. You didn't get the update. It's 22% yes, 78% no.
No, I just voted and it told me my results are 25 and 75.
Yeah, but somebody voted after you, bud.
Nuh-uh.
I'm looking at it right now. 22 and 78.
Okay, well, even more people said no, so that's good. There's more normal people out there in the world than not. I'm assuming you wear socks to bed for some reason.
I have, but I do. I just noticed a thing that people like. Some people are just completely repulsed by, not repulsed maybe, but like that's the most weird thing they've ever heard of in their life. Like, why would you do that?
I think there's some people that wear them because like it's cold and or they get too cold. For me, I'm one of those people that like fucking gets way too hot while I sleep.
Mm-hmm.
So putting on something that's going to insulate my feet, which is like my feet are what I use as a thermometer to gauge my body's temperature as I stick like 3 toes out, for a little bit. And then I'll do a knee and then I'll pick, like the other heel that come out of the covers to find that happy balance of temperature while I'm sleeping. There's a no fucking way I would be putting socks on. Absolutely not. No way.
So you're a hot foot sleeper.
I am a hot body sleeper and the feet help regulate.
Yeah. So I there's some people out there like that's the weirdest thing ever. Don't ever do that. Even with their significant others too. If their significant other was, liked wearing socks to bed before they got together, they would, no, don't do that. Don't wear socks to bed.
There's a lot.
I figured I would throw it out there and see what people really thought about it. And apparently a lot of people don't like the whole sock in bed thing.
Yeah, I get it. Some people probably like that vote yes, like, yeah, it's whatever. It doesn't matter. Not that they necessarily maybe participate in it, but don't have an opinion about it one way or another.
Right. Like, yeah, it's fine. You can do it if you want to. Right. That's what I'm assuming the yes people are. Maybe not that they wear socks to bed every day. Like me, I don't wear socks to bed every day. But if I'm fucking cold, dude, yeah, I'll throw some socks on. I usually wake up with like one sock and then I lose the sock and then I have to wait until we do the sheets.
Stuck in a duvet.
Find a random sock.
No, yeah, dude. I don't think I can't recall the last time I ever wore socks to bed. This doesn't happen.
Yeah.
That's like we're camping or something, I'll sleep with like a hoodie on and sweats, but I'll still fucking take my socks off. I'm like, no. Gotta regulate.
Gotta regulate. But apparently, yeah, it's a thing that people just, as you can tell, a lot of people said, no, don't do it.
Yeah.
Right. However, there are some benefits to doing it. I was doing some research. There's some studies. There's some benefits. Would you like to hear them?
Yes. There's some other things that people have opinions on about wearing socks during too. Do you want to do that before or after the study results?
Yeah, you do it. Go ahead.
So, two things, and they're actually sexually related. One, I'm always turned off by porn when someone's wearing socks. The dude's wearing socks while having sex. Just drives me fucking nuts. I don't know what it is about it. So I was like, this is bullshit. Like, just take your socks off. Because, like, dude, you have everything. You're naked as fuck, but you decided to leave your socks on. You took your pants off. You didn't even get into the porno scene with underwear on. But for some reason or another, you're wearing fucking these crusty-ass white socks that that you showed up to the fucking set with. Take your fucking socks off, man.
Maybe he doesn't like his toes. Maybe he's got some toe fungus.
Yeah, but no one's fucking zooming in on his toes. Like, that's not really happening.
Who the fuck's looking at the socks?
Well, I mean, they're there, bro.
Riddle me this, buddy.
They're there, okay?
So what is fangly toes?
Yeah, but the toes are a little bit harder to see instead of big white fucking crew cut with the striped sock on. Like, I mean, I see that.
Half crumpled down.
Yeah, it's one's half folded down and shit. Like, it doesn't even fit the mantra of like what the scene's for. You're not even a plumber in this one. What the fuck are you doing?
So if he's gonna just leave his socks on, you say just leave your shoes on too?
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna do that, like if you're just gonna do like one of those like, oh, we're just gonna quick bang it and I'm just gonna put my pants around my ankle, like around my ankles, got it. Okay. But when you're like full blown, I took it all off type thing and but the socks stayed on. Now, I looked into this.
Socks are also awkward to take off. So I can see it like, it's just going to ruin the mood if I decide to take them off now at this point.
hold on. Let me take the socks off.
Think about it. You're like trying to rip them off your toes and stuff. They get stuck there. Yeah. There's no sexy way to take off a sock.
Dude, they shouldn't get stuck.
There's no sexy way to take off a sock, dude.
Again, this is why you don't wear socks when you're trying to like go to bed, like because it just doesn't happen that way.
So you're just saying rock the flip flops all the time.
I'm saying like when you get home, like you probably can get into some comfortable attire and or slippers or something where you don't have to wear socks.
Mm.
I don't really wear shoes around the house, so like my shit, I change my clothes, my shoes, my socks, they all come off like the moment I get home.
I wear socks at the house.
Yeah, I know. You never are barefoot. We talked about this in a previous episode about you never being barefoot because you're afraid of like having to run somewhere and like fight, ninjas or something.
Yeah, when I'm at other place, but even when I'm at my house and stuff, I don't run around with shoes on. I run with socks on.
I get it. So when you do a quickie, you fucking leave your socks on too?
Sometimes I have. Sometimes I don't though, because it depends. If I'm on the carpet, man, you just start slipping around.
Yeah,
there's no traction, man.
Another reason why you shouldn't wear socks.
Unless I'm wearing those cool socks that have the grippy silicone on them, like your two.
The Toatsies or whatever they were called.
Then you're fine.
Toasties. Was it Toasties? I think that's what it was. Do you remember those?
Yeah, whatever those are.
Oh
yeah.
man, Grandma always gave him a pair of those for Christmas.
Yeah, throw them on. You try to slide around the house. Can't do it.
Yeah.
You never go house drifting in your socks? Just run real quick and then slide.
Nope.
Try to make it around corners and stuff.
Nope.
Sometimes you make it. Sometimes you don't.
They're totes. They're totes socks is what they were. Those things were banging. Everyone had a pair of totes socks when you were 2.
TOTES.
TOTES. Totes.
Yep. Give them to you in hospitals and stuff.
This picture I'm looking at even has like the fucking shoe tread on the bottom and everything. Like it's a fucking thing. Yeah. No, don't wear the socks. Now, I got so like, what the fuck about this that I looked up why. Like, if there's something about it. So to tag on your research, and we'll get to your research as to why there's some benefits to sleeping. So before you're sleeping and you want to get intimate with your partner, there's reports, and I don't know how much scientific it is because
you're going to steal my thunder, aren't you?
Oh, maybe. I don't know. Because you talked about sleeping. I'm not talking about sleeping. The report says, and maybe I am, I'm sorry if it is, but the reports say that you have a better orgasm with socks on than without. There's a dead air, you throwing your hands up going, motherfucker, and then that's it.
Just took the wind from my sails.
I'm sorry. Here, let me go.
But that was only one of the 4 things that I had.
Great. So starting from the bottom, number 4, this is how rankings work.
That was the best one.
Okay, so starting from the top, number 1.
The other ones.
This is one of those situations like where if we talked about shit before we started, maybe we could do better here.
So we were both intrigued by the question when we both did our research.
Oh yeah, I did this a few months ago, and I was like, do you have better orgasms when you have socks on? I don't know, but like, again, the slipping and the sliding on the carpet, like, man, I need my feet to like hold on to the earth. Like, sometimes like you just need to get that extra traction.
Yeah, if you're doing some stand-up action, but sometimes you don't need stand-up, so you're good to go.
So, okay, so best reason to wear socks in bed is that
just benefits of wearing socks in bed. It can prevent hot flashes if you're a woman.
Okay.
It can improve cracked heels. So if you have some dry feet, you can throw some lather up and some moisturizer and throw some cotton socks on.
I have heard of that, yeah.
Yep. It can increase potential orgasms, according to the BBC. Researchers accidentally discovered that wearing socks increased participants' ability to achieve an orgasm by 30%.
Well, that's a little bit. I mean, as a guy, sometimes maybe you don't want to get 30% there faster.
Yeah, but maybe you want to if she wants to get there faster, so maybe you need to have her wear the socks.
So hey, ladies,
no socks for you, socks for her.
Right,
keep those socks right on.
Just keep those thigh highs right on there. Just do it that way.
And then the last one is decrease the chance of Raynaud's attack.
Excuse me, bless you. What'd you say?
Raynaud's attack, I think it's called. Anyway, it's a disease where it affects areas of the skin that are usually like the toes and fingers that lose circulation because of the cold, and they end up swelling and throbbing, which can cause you to be uncomfortable. So wearing socks help that. Keep your blood circulation going. Sure,
yeah. I mean, when you're cold, the circulation of your appendages gets diminished significantly.
It also, they found studies too that keeping your feet warm help you fall asleep faster.
Well,
people who wear socks fall asleep faster.
That's the keeping my feet in the covers until I fall asleep, and then I become a weatherman at night, and coming between the 2 and 3 o'clock hour is going to be a 2-toe type dangling out the side of your sheet. Like you start there, go to sleep, and then my body kicks out my feet all over the place.
Yeah, but if you have a hard time going to sleep, try throwing some socks on.
Okay.
Go to sleep, conk out. Then you wake up and you sing the Winnie the Pooh song and move on with the world.
Do you still do that?
Do you not?
No. I don't sing the "Gotta Get Up, Gotta Get Moving" Winnie the Pooh song. I don't.
You don't have like random theme songs throughout your day?
It's a different song every day. Like there's a different song that comes in my brain.
But you're telling me. So when you get up in the morning, it's a different song every day. It's just whatever you got on shuffle up in there.
Well, yeah, my brain's got a shuffle, and there will be a song or two that are stuck in my head.
You don't just like sit in your head and go like, oh man, I got to get up. And then as soon as you say, I got to get up, it triggers a song for you, which in my case would be the Winnie the Pooh song.
No. So like there's, it just depends. Like sometimes I'll listen to it and I'll get stuck in my head. So I'll listen to it like maybe in the shower when I get ready, or I'll listen to it in the car on the way to work kind of thing. So
what was your song today? See, you don't remember.
You know, I do actually. It's this song. The song I heard was Getting Started from Aloe Black and JID.
Okay.
And the only reason it says is it's like this part here.
This ain't for the money. This is for the love. This is sweating through my shirt before the sun's up.
That part. So like sweat, you know, kind of getting up and getting work done, sweating before the sun's up kind of thing. So like that. It's like that mentality, like, all right, man, like if I got to get up, it's like, okay, fuck, let's get going. Let's go. Cause this is what it's for is that.
Yeah. Got to get up. Got to get moving.
Yeah.
Going to see a friend of mine. It's round and he's fuzzy.
Oh man.
No, that's
it's
one
not
of
the
them.
same
You don't
song.
have no other theme songs?
Again, it's just maybe when I hit
Here's another one for you. When I start putting my shoes on, Mr. Rogers.
So the TV influences have definitely played a toll in your childhood that were you're ingrained.
I guess. But yeah, you throw your shoes on, you're like, it's a wonderful day in the neighborhood. You don't do that?
No, I don't. I don't.
I'll have to ask that question. Do people have random theme songs for?
I'm pretty sure that would be it. Like, what's your get up? And like, you got to qualify it, right? Like, it's not like what's your theme song, because it'd be like Cardi B, something like no, like that's not. Whack bitches, fucking like no. What it would be like your theme song for like a particular XYZ activity, right? Like, what is the thing that like
putting my shoes on or getting up,
right? Getting up, pregame ritual song, pump up song, hype song, whatever that is.
No, those are boring. Everybody's got one of those.
And they're always like, yeah, the song from Varsity Blues. You mean like Thunderstruck?
Yeah, that one. I don't know who sings it, but yeah, that one.
Yeah, that one. With the young fucking James Vanderbeek, and they're like, "Who's James Vanderbeek?" And you're like, "Fuck, man, you guys don't know nothing."
Whipped cream bikini. What's that?
Bikini. 10. The first time I saw that movie, like when they come out of the strip club in the morning, or like, and they're like rubbing their eyes, like fuck, and then like these girls are walking out behind them. I like was young, and I was like, because I'm like stupid and dumb, and like I'm thinking strip clubs are only for dudes, and so like these chicks come out, and I'm like, who the fuck are these random chicks coming out of this strip club? Like, that's not right. And then someone was like, dude, those are the strippers. And I was like, oh. I'm an idiot. But nowadays, dude, anybody, it's not so unsurprising to have anybody in there, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. But God, that's how long ago that movie was and how old I am. I didn't know anything about anything back then.
Yeah. You got to learn that stuff.
You learn it through trial and error.
Yep.
Now, the more you know.
Exactly.
So anytime so you want to talk about theme song, anytime that goes into my brain and someone says the more you know, then there's definitely a rainbow and a star that shoots across my brain. Like that, hands down. And I
will
actually...
Is it a reading rainbow though?
No.
Every time I hear about rainbows, that's the song that goes off my head.
No. Hang on. So... I will add the soundtrack for the.
You're like, hold on a second. I'm gonna note that there. I'm gonna add.
I gotta add it. I gotta add that one. I gotta add the reading, not the reading rainbow, but the more you know from Bing 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 Bing. I have that audio clip saved somewhere, so I gotta make sure I actually go through and add it. But no, the reading rainbow. The only time that ever comes into my brain is when I say like, but don't take my word for it. But like that's the only time.
I can't go anywhere. That's a great song.
Yeah, they're always like, oh, I love it, because at the end of every time, like, this is a good book, but don't take my word for it. And it's like fucking reading rainbow.
Yeah.
So that's a whole different thing. But there is a rainbow in that one too.
I guess I'm just weird then, because like I randomly sing all sorts of songs all the time that come in my head for random things. So most of them are like, if I have some staples that are kind of the same. So getting up, putting my shoes on, those types of things come in my head often as far as the same song. But then there's other ones that just randomly pop in my head, and I don't know why they do. And then I'm like singing them for no reason. And my wife just looks at me like, what are you fucking singing? Why are you doing that? So like the other day it was like, it's raining men. I don't know why I was singing it, but I was like playing Madden. And I was like, it's raining men. Just sound.
Oh my goodness. It's because there was a dog pile of like tackles or something.
Probably. There's probably some subconscious thing. Some psychologist is going to listen to this and be like, yeah, he's fucked up.
The crab with the loafers.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
You have one of those kind of moments.
Yeah. That and then just, do that. And then do you ever catch yourself talking to yourself throughout the day?
No, not quite often. I sometimes will like inadvertently like talk to the dog about shit. Like, I'm doing stuff around the house and it's like, man, Buster, why are all these dishes, dirty or whatever? But I don't like talk to myself. No.
Oh.
That was a hard thing when I used to like stream. That was hard to like
talk to yourself.
Talk. Yeah. 'Cause you're not talking to anybody. You're just talking to like the ether and no one's responding. There's no conversation. So you have to narrate like what the fuck you're doing all the time. Like, oh man, that guy almost got me. Now, any other time, if I was playing a video game, that would be set in my brain like, whew, that was fucking close. But like, it doesn't make for a good like engagement for people that are watching because I'm just sitting there fucking closed-lipped, thinking in my brain like, man, oh, it's fucking pretty good, like, so you have to say that shit. And that was really hard.
Sit there and talk about stuff like you're Smeagol from Lord of the Rings or something.
Yeah. And talking to yourself in the third person. The Dan says,
Golem.
the two personalities. Man, that could be a whole gimmick. Yeah, like,
oh, you mean like having a split personality playing video games on Twitch or something? That would be your thing?
The Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde approach to video games? Yeah. Huh. I'll make a note of that. That'd be interesting.
Write that one down. Put that on a dream board. Figure it out later.
So no, but do you talk to yourself? Like, oh, I'm going to make a sandwich. I'm going to put the bread down. Got to get myself some turkey. Like, is that what you do?
Probably more like, what the fuck was I going to do? Oh, yeah. What the fuck is this person doing? Like, kind of those types of things. Most of the time it's when I'm in my office, which is like back in the cave somewhere, and I'm the only one there, and I really don't talk to anybody but myself throughout the day if I'm not on a conference call. Mm-hmm. I'll sit there and be like, what was I doing? Or I need to do this, or hey, what do I need? What word am I thinking of? And like, I'll say it out loud. So it's probably more asking myself questions, which you'd probably ask yourself in your head anyway. I'm just saying it out loud.
Sure.
And sometimes I'm like, did I just say that out loud? Like, and catch myself off guard because you're in a quiet ass office and no one's there, right?
I will say something out loud, like if I have to remember it, go to the grocery store, make sure I get like these list of items. Like I may say that out loud because then my brain registers trying
to memorize it,
the mantra, of however I said that stuff. So
you got to associate the objects, remember it better.
Exactly. So that's the only time I ever probably
go in my house. I open the door. I take a right. And the right is the living room, and that's where I keep my carrots. See, then you'll remember it.
That's not where I keep my carrots, though.
Yeah, but you could say that, and then you'd remember it. So every time you walk in your living room, you're like, oh, yeah, carrots are in the living room.
Well, that's going to be a fucked up association, because what if I just want to get carrots at the store, and now I have this weird fucking thing about every time in my living room, I got to think about carrots. I don't necessarily want that association. That's not necessary.
That's how you remember things.
I don't.
I walk into my bedroom. There's a bunch of yogurt. I need yogurt.
I don't need bedroom yogurt either. Dude, you're not helping.
You don't have bedroom yogurt? This is how you remember things?
No. This is
legit memorization technique.
I understand. I understand. I don't want to do that. I don't need to do that. I'm more along the lines of if I remember that I have to do something or I have to write something, like take a note, like make a note to remind myself, I have to do it right then and there. Because if I fucking let that moment pass and I go on to the next thing, I'm going to completely forget what the fuck I was doing.
Try the house arrangement thing, man. I go into the toilet. I look at the toilet. I do need Tapatio.
Oh my God. No.
It's legit. That's a legit thing.
Yeah, I understand, but I don't need to have my whole house associated with random ass fucking foods. That's like, hey, where do you keep the napkins? Oh, they're in the fucking, tamale drawer. And people are like, what? Or like, oh, anytime I open that drawer, I have to think about tamales. Like, no, that's not what I would like to associate my fucking
you can
silverware
forget
drawer.
it. Just if you have a list, you just say, hey, you put an item in each room, and then that's your list. And when you get to the store, you're like, oh yeah, I walked into
pool table, recliner, or chandelier.
Exactly.
No.
I did need plums.
No, it's way easier for me to just go, oh yeah, and then write a note in my fucking phone that says bacon, and then I go get that at the store when I need bacon.
But that's not fun.
It's a lot better than me trying to remember like, oh yeah, you want to go have sex in the fucking pork rind room or not? Like that's not a turn on for anybody. Let me keep my socks on though, because it's gonna be crunchy in here later. Like, no, there's a lot of
hang
weird.
on the living room, Dan. No, that's where the carrots are kept.
I've had enough Karens, thank you. Like I don't need to have those associations. I'm good. Those don't. Need
My
to
vision
stay.
at night is perfectly okay. No more carrots, thank you. Moving on.
Or like, Dan, why do you have so many carrots in your fucking refrigerator? Because every time I go to the fucking living room, I think I need to get more carrots, so I go and get them. Why don't you just make a list?
Hey Dan, do you got any ranch dressing for these carrots? It's in my other house.
Man, this house doesn't have a 2-car garage. I don't know what to tell you. I don't ever get ranch in this one. I don't know what to tell you.
No ranch. You get carrots. You have carrots and tapatio. You got a toilet here.
You could dip that shit in some tapatio if you want.
I wonder if that'd be good.
I'm pretty sure because there's a Lazy Susan in this house, there's tapioca somewhere around here you can actually find too if you need some pudding. There's definitely some of that floating around.
There's a pool in the backyard, so there's going to be some cottage cheese somewhere.
Just keep looking. I know it's here somewhere. Dude, but I hate that. I hate when I'm like, oh yeah, I need to do that. And then I forget to do it. I got to do it right at that moment.
Yeah. I've done it. As you get older, I feel like it happens more often when you're just because you're probably busy doing things. And then you're like, oh yeah, I have to get up and go do something. I did today. I went in the kitchen to get some water for myself. Right. And I ended up like, oh, I got to take the trash out.
Yep.
Sidetrack. Trash out. And then I go about my day. I'm doing stuff. And then I sit down at the kitchen table because we were about to have dinner. And I was like, fuck, I forgot my water. Yep.
Happens all the time. You have to do it in that moment or you forget. So the right order of operations is, fuck, I need water. Okay. Fill the water. Then put it down and then be like, trash can, then go take the trash. Yeah. That way you get your water and you do the trash. It's terrible. And you're right. It happens way more as I've gotten older. And it's not because I think that's like, man, you're just getting dumb and forgetting shit. It's that things like definitely have a different prioritization in your mind and in your life as you go down the road.
You're just processing more stuff. When you're a dumbass kid, all you had to process was like, what am I going to do at school and what my homework is, and I'm going to go ride my bike. Like, that was your world, right?
My favorite gummy bears with the red ones. Like, that's all you have to remember.
That's it. When you're an adult, you got all this other shit you got to memorize.
Yeah, like I could remember all the kids' names in my class and all that shit. But now it's like I got to remember all the kids' names in my class, the class next door, the 5th grade class, the ones that may not be in this next year's class, and the people that are all on the football team. Like, I mean, you have to. It's just so much more broad of like what you got to know now, or keeping locked in your brain. So yeah, ain't ashamed. I used to have like really good memory, and I can remember a lot of shit, and I still do. But I ain't ashamed to fucking keep notes and those little reminders about like, couch cushions and fucking things remind you to get fucking macaroni and cheese for your house, then so be it, I guess. But
yeah, when you walk into the pantry, macaroni and cheese, bud.
Yeah, I have macaroni and cheese in my pantry. I don't need to associate those two.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But what shelf is it on? Because you could separate the shelves if you need to.
The second shelf from the top.
There you go.
But that's just where it goes.
I'm looking at my pantry. What do I keep in there? Onions. I need onions.
I have a lot of carbs in there, actually, now I think about it. And I don't know why.
Oh, so you don't go in there? You just lock it up?
Yeah.
Just walk away from it?
I think last week we were talking about protein bars that were 10 net carbs that they changed on this shit. There sure as fuck were. I bought the ones and I've been eating them like a dumbass for like fucking 2.5 weeks. So there's 20 in a pack, and guess how many I had?
19?
Close. Fucking 16 of them. There's 4 left. I'm like, God, I'm an idiot.
Did you mail them back to the Costco rep?
No. I should just return them though. I did, because Costco would probably take that shit. You were knocking on Kirkland earlier, but I'd be like, "Hey man, I had fucking 16 of these bars, and I didn't know they went from 3
Try there.
bars.
If they don't take them back, go to what is it? Nordstrom's. They'll take them.
Is there even a Nordstrom? I guess there's a Nordstrom's in the Galleria.
Yeah. Just return them to Nordstrom's.
Dude, everything's shut down in the other mall, man. It's all dead. There's like Sunrise is dead. Arden is dead, and then I just read that the mall that they tried to open in El Grove like 10 years ago just got green lit for like a casino, and I don't know how that's working, but they're about to break ground into a casino in El Grove.
Well, good for them. At one point they were talking about turning it into like a drone racing arena. Yeah
that's like the new age for slot cars. That's what that is.
Yeah. You want to do some Pinewood Derby? No, I want to go drone racing.
I want to go drone.
Did you know in California, you need a license to fly one of those things?
You need to register it with the FAA, yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I did end up getting a drone, and I fucking crashed that shit into a tree this week, and it was great. It still works, so that's good.
Like on purpose? Or
no, I was definitely not trying to do that shit on purpose. But it happened because I was looking at the screen, because you look at the screen to control it, and I just didn't realize like what was on my left as I was moving to it, and that fucking thing hit the tree. It was like hit the ground. I was like, oh man.
You got it back.
It worked. Yeah,
it fell to the ground. Okay, but it was like near your house. It wasn't like
you
didn't take it on a journey. Like some people will let that thing go.
Yeah, you can. There was like a setting, and it's actually a pretty good setting. It's like beginner mode, where it's like only allow you to go 30 meters in the air, 30 meters away from like your central location, or 30 meters away from your phone. Like the phone is like the central like GPS hub for it, Mm-hmm. So you can only go 30 meters up and away, and you can like dial that around. You can change it to like, okay, I want to go really high, and you can change all those settings. But if you keep it in beginner mode, it definitely keeps you like you're in this safe bubble of like success, so you don't lose your shit. But yeah, they think they go like 3,000 fucking meters or something, like way away from your where you're at. So yeah, if you're going over the water or something like that, boom, you're in trouble. But they have some fail-safe features where like if the battery's running low, they know like it knows how far away it is from like home base is, and it'll like, oh shit, I need this much battery to get back, and it'll just like, I'm not taking any more controls from you. I'm going back home, and it'll go back.
Just
home.
Come back.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
So it has some of those features in there. It's pretty cool, but it doesn't control. It doesn't. It still doesn't know like, oh no, a tree, shit, and then like it doesn't know how to stop. Especially when you're like, yeah, go left, motherfucker. Fuck. Oh shit. Why is the camera upside down and on the ground? That's so weird. Oh shit. I hit the tree. And then your kid's like, Dad, it hit the tree. You're like, fuck, dude, I know.
You're like, did it hit the tree? I didn't see that.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
But
so
it's
you're
cool.
Getting into droning. That's cool.
I definitely like want to try to do it more for like, especially if I take like the kid somewhere or go out and do one of my, adventures. I'd like to be able to like have some interesting footage or cool stuff to have to use and keep.
Do you drone in your socks?
Do I drone in my socks? I not just my socks. I mean, if I'm outside, I probably have shoes on too.
You should try it. It'll help you with your orgasm.
You get way better control of your drone if you just wear your socks.
It's got to be the totes ones though.
Fuck, what was I thinking? What am I, an idiot?
The toe socks though. Remember the toe socks that came out?
I was just about to ask you about those. Did you ever have a pair of those?
Me personally, no, but my older sister, that was like the thing for a good year of her life. She had all these different toe socks.
Oh man, I never had toe socks, and like, I mean, my toes are not like short, but they're not like crazy long by any means. My middle toe is probably pretty long, but I feel like those you put those my socks
yeah, they weren't made for you.
But yeah, you put my
I've seen your feet,
toes in a sock, dude. You're fucking. That looks kind of weird. Like it would not be all right.
You're like, you missing a toe bud? No, that one just curls. Just curls.
Or you're stretching them out so they look like fingers. Fucking, dude, are you just wearing a glove on your foot? No.
Are you a monkey? That's an opposable thumb right there, isn't it?
Why is your big toe so far off? How did you actually get it in the thumb hole of those mid fucking gloves?
It's just mittens.
So yeah, dude, that was a thing, a whole thing.
Yeah, they should bring it back. I'm sure that's in a fad. It'll come back at some point.
Oh God, I mean, we talked a couple episodes ago about fucking baggy jeans and middle parts. That was the other thing that like, I don't know if we talked about middle parts, but it was along the thing about cancel culturing fucking skinny jeans and the crying laughing emoji. The other thing I probably couldn't think of. So recap on that was that middle parts are coming back. Like that, and if you don't rock the middle part, then who the fuck rocks the side part?
So you're saying I got to get my JTT, Jonathan Taylor Thomas haircut back or something like that?
Yeah, and I'm like, dude, anytime I ever see a picture, I never had a middle part, mind you, but anytime I ever see a picture of a fucking kid with the middle part, I'm like, oh yeah, dude, you thought you were the coolest shit, didn't you? Like, fuck.
They probably were.
No.
James Vanderbeek, I mean.
He had a middle part, that's true. And
he did.
And he was in Varsity Blues.
With the whipped cream bikini.
That's right.
Is that Emily Smart? Amy Smart? Amy Smart or Emily Smart?
It was Amy Smart. And that wasn't Amy Smart that had the whipped cream bikini. It wasn't her.
Yeah, it was.
No, she was the original girlfriend, not the the blonde chick that. Mixed up. No. I'm looking it up right now because trust me. Amy Smart got naked. No. What's the name of the person? Oh, Amy Smart got naked. Correct. Yeah, she got naked in the other one.
Crank?
Road Trip. Yeah, I think Crank too, but no, yeah. No, she in Road Trip.
Ali Larder. Ali Larder.
Was she the other one?
Yeah.
There you go. So yeah. Ali Larder. She was the one that did the whipped cream bikini at Varsity Blues. Amy Smart was like the humble girlfriend in that movie, but she did get naked in Road Trip. I'm pretty sure.
Good for her.
If you guys are out there with your celeb, whatever's. All right. So, we covered the socks. We covered the. What the fuck else? I was gonna transition to something. You see, and I should have wrote it down because now I don't fucking remember where I was gonna transition to.
Well, I did write some stuff down that I was supposed to look at last time.
All right, so let's
talked about any of it.
Let's do it. Let's hit it.
Okay, so you want me to just pick a random thing on here? I'll just close my eyes and point. Baby jousting. I wrote down. I don't know in what context, but I wrote that down. Apparently, I thought baby jousting was funny at some point, and I can't remember in what context.
But you said you wrote this down to follow up on shit. Well, what point were we talking about baby jousting?
No, not as a follow up. I was like, hey, we should talk about this in the podcast.
Oh, and, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Baby jousting.
You
know what I think it is? You put like toddlers on tricycles and have them joust each other. And that should be a thing on ESPN or something.
Can we do it in Power Wheels?
Sure, absolutely.
Fuck yeah.
A 2-seater or a 1-seater? I
say like a 2-seater with a pool noodle.
Perfect.
Yeah, because you don't want to like hurt them, right? I don't want to like, but a fucking Power Wheel with a pool noodle, dude. That's like LARPing at the fucking infant age right there. That's money.
There we go. I should start that.
And then the winner is the only person that actually can connect a shot, because my guess is one hand on the wheel, the other hand on the pool noodle. That shit ain't going where you think it's going to go. It's going to fall. Someone's kid's going to drop it. Then you have a kid crying. He's like, he hit me with a pool noodle. And you'd be like, did it hurt? And you're like, and I'm like, did it hurt? No. Then what are you crying?
He took my honor.
My ego. No, you don't know anything about ego right now. Relax.
Yeah, how come LARPing's always around like the medieval times? Like, how come no one LARPs with like samurai swords or something?
That's not true. There is like a whole Jedi lightsaber academy fucking like LARPing community. There's like training. There's Jedi training. So like you can go to these fucking like like people
and
do
they call
like
that LARPing
yoga.
Still. I guess that would be.
It's a form. It's a form. You have like these fucking foam lightsabers that you can like spar with, and they like light up and shit. So it's got a hilt, and you pick your hilt, and then you put an LED in it, and then there's like this certain type of like PVC foam combo that you put on it, and there's like a whole fucking class. So you can do like goat yoga, or you can go fucking do like a Jedi Academy, and then you can like practice sparring and beat each other with fucking foam sticks.
I'm gonna ask you a question. When you say that you're going to the gym to learn Muay Thai, are you really LARPing?
No,
I don't believe you.
I'm 100% actually going to a like it's a Muay Thai gym, a boxing gym.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
yeah. I mean,
how do you know so much about the Jedi Academy then?
Dude, you started off before we started this podcast about going like, oh shit, I almost got caught in the fucking annals of YouTube. Thanks for getting me out. I forgot we had to do this podcast. Remember? Yeah. So when I've had too much caffeine and it's super late at night.
But I was looking at like funny videos. You're over there looking up LARPing.
Dude, I'm telling you, this shit was funny. Like, have you ever seen people do it? And you get there like, what the fuck are these people doing? And they're like, join the Jedi Academy in Minneapolis today. I'm like, there's a fucking recruitment video for this? Like, what are you doing? We meet every Tuesday out in the fucking park. Like, oh my God.
Do they try to move like Letterkenny when the dude like pretends he's got the force powers? And
I don't know if they spar with force powers or if they just use like their, lightsaber abilities. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, so you got medieval, you got Jedis. How come no samurais?
Yeah, I think that, people don't really want to fuck with samurais. Just
or ninja. I guess there's some ninja training. There's the whole like American Ninja Warrior stuff, but that's not really
ninja
LARPing.
Training. Yeah, that's not ninja training.
Like dress up in a ninja costume and throw like foam stars at people and nunchucks and stuff.
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know. Like, how do...
I guess if you're going to go to that extreme, you might as well just do a martial art and call it good.
Yeah, I mean, that's where I was going. Is like, if you're going to do that, you're going to spar and you're learning a fucking martial art at that point. Like,
so technically you are LARPing then.
But that's not a LARPing because it's live action role playing. So role playing,
so I'm not role playing that you're actually a Muay Thai
fighter. I don't assume a different identity and I walk in there like, everyone now shall call me like Punch'em Maximus. Like, no, that's not what
would be your Muay Thai name. Punch'em Maximus.
Well, I mean, last week I had to explain to you that we could call it the Punchy Kiki Gym. So like. So I mean, yeah, it's just fitting at that point.
Punchy Maximus, okay.
But no,
I don't see how that relates to Muay Thai at all. But all right,
I don't turn into a different person and role play a certain.
You will call me Tony Jaa Jr.
Yeah, it's not like in what was it, Role Models, where the Asian guy was like the king of the LARPing community, and that's all he did. Like, I forget his real name. I feel terrible, but he like played Mr. Chan in fucking Hangover movies.
Oh yeah, I know what I'm talking about.
So he's he plays the king. He assumes that role though, and then people like, respect him at the IHOP or wherever the fuck they meet afterwards. Yeah, so no, there's none of that.
Do you think they have a council of Jedi too? Like you have to.
Oh, I bet.
Level and rank up through the Jedi. You got to be a Padawan to begin with or something?
I bet. They're like, someone made it from like the white belt to the black belt chain of like Jedi roles and responsibilities of Padawan to, yeah.
Should we start our own? What should we do?
You want to start a fucking Sacramento chapter of the Lightsaber Jedi Academy?
No. I want to use that business model and plug it to something else.
You want to use that business model?
You want to do like Pokemon, like live action Pokemon?
That's Pokemon Go, man. That's basically what it is.
Yeah, but you don't like really get to throw Pokeballs there. You got to walk around with your iPhone. Like this wouldn't be like everybody goes to the park and starts throwing Pokeballs around, stuffed animals and shit.
So we're totally tapping into the furry community because like there's gonna be furries running around the park, and then there's gonna be people with fucking red vests throwing balls at them, and they're like, "I just caught me a fucking butt plug
Pretend
cheetah,
that I got
like
you.
Yay!" And then it falls around as a pet. So then you got this like dom femme like fucking game going on as well and all that shit.
No, you got to keep it PG in public, but afterwards, if the adults want to go and do whatever the hell they want to do with the furry life, that's up to them. As long as they're consensual, go for it.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying that you're appealing to a very specific culture. And then you're gonna have this kid out here that's like, I want to fight Brock, and you're like, fuck kid, this isn't the place, man. Like that LARPing class is at 9 a.m. This one at 9 p.m.
So let's pick another one. What about something else with Harrison Ford in it? Like
what if Pokemon had Harrison Ford in it?
Like Indiana Jones Academy.
Indiana, like whip cracking and fucking like sandbag transitioning and
Yeah, exactly.
solving big puzzles and shit
That would be it.
with a geocaching like flair onto it as well.
I think we could just at that point bring back the that Nickelodeon show. What was it The Lost
Legends of the Hidden Temple?
There you go.
Fuck yeah, dude. I would participate on Legends of the Hidden Temple in a heartbeat.
All right, so bring that back.
That's what that's basically what American Ninja Warrior is.
But they don't have the blue barracudas.
Yeah, I know. Without all the cool names and fucking getting captured by like the fucking native tribemen where you have to give them their gold medallion to have them let you go. Do you ever notice that? Like there's like these adult men that are like, man touching these kids. Like, I got you, you little stupid shit. And then
and the kids are like smiling.
Yeah, like,
please don't touch me.
They're wearing a mask because like to hide their identity because they're just fucking touching kids on TV and no one who knows who they are. But like, here, take my monies, and then they like let them go. Like, what type of fucking subliminal messaging are we trying to deal with there?
It was just all Mike O'Malley. He was everything. Guts. All that stuff.
Dude, Mike O'Malley didn't host that show.
He did everything though. He was like in a lot of stuff.
He does a lot of shit. But man, Mike O'Malley, he's like he does podcast stuff. I think now. I don't know what he does.
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't do podcasts? I know. Right? Everyone. What's your side hustle? Podcasting. What's your side hustle? Podcasting. Oh yeah, you're a comedian. What's your side hustle? My podcast. Good job.
All right, so we're gonna start a Indiana Jones LARPing school academy.
Indiana Jones. I got to think about this a little bit more. I'm not saying that it's not a
You
possibility.
want to do like Blade Runner instead or something?
Well, I want to know. Like, I really like want to get people hooked on the ranking system. Like, oh, you're a blue scarfed Indiana Jones. Like, I mean, like there's gotta be something there. You know, like kind
You're
of
just a regular paleontologist.
you're not a dinosaur archaeologist yet.
Right, you haven't even raided your first pyramid yet. Got to get there.
How many sarcophaguses have you found? Oh, come back at me.
I have 3 crystal skulls. How many you got?
Come and find me again when you find the real jewel of the Nile, not this fucking cubic zirconium bullshit from the fucking American River.
Do you like snakes? They're all right. Get out of here.
Get out of here. Rule number 1. You can't like snakes. Rule number 2. You can't like reptiles. They're questionable in their ability to...
There should be different characters. So you walk in. Oh, who's Indiana Jones around here? That guy. Okay, is anybody the Kali Ma guy? Like, can I be him?
He warp around as a fucking Kali Ma, like fucking just ripping hearts out of people's chests and shit. Yeah, dude. Fucking LARPing is bullshit when it's just the Renaissance and fucking medieval times stuff. That sucks.
Yeah, they need to get on it. We need to start expanding out here.
Kali Ma. You imagine a dude fucking like skulls and fucking bones all over his body coming out, just like fucking
I got
punches
your heart.
you in the chest all the time. Just fucking bam! Ah, fuck, Steve.
It's like when you're a kid and someone's like, "I got your nose," like, "I got your heart." We'll go away. No,
damn it! I'm gonna go sit down, dude. They all. It's like paintball. It's all the same thing.
Yeah,
paintball is basically like an airsoft. That's like modern LARPing.
Yeah, I can see that.
You get shot with it, and you like gotta go sit down and drink a beer and wait for the next round. You know, like that's there.
Yeah.
Definitely need to expand on the LARPing thought though. Get them a little bit more creative. There's way more better like archetypes to participate in.
Yeah, we gotta think about them.
Yeah.
But
so
we've hit about an hour here, so we probably should wrap this one up.
Yeah, so we can think about it, but we should also have everyone else think about it as well. And you know, I think we get good responses on like the questions and the polls on Instagram. So let's carry that one on. What would you like to see as a LARPing type activity and event that doesn't involve you wearing, you know, a knight in shining armor type concept? So
you want me to throw that out there?
Yeah, I think you should, because I would be interested in seeing what the thought is there.
Well, first off, I think most people that follow us on Instagram, I might have explained to them it's going to be a double post. I'm going to tell them what LARPing is, and then I'm going to have to say, what else would you like to see?
Well, it's in this episode, live action role playing. And if you go watch Role Models, there's a great example of LARPing that happens throughout that whole movie.
It's just adult pretend. So, you know, when you're a kid and you say, I pretend this happened, pretend that happened, like that's the same thing.
Yeah. cowboys and cops and robbers, or cowboys and Indians, and cowboys and indigenous people. That they anybody who ever played those kind of things, it's like that. But you're an adult, and I hit you first. All right.
Yeah.
Well, Ray, we got our homework for us. Thanks again for another lovely hour of chatting with me. Did you keep your socks on through this whole podcast? I want to know if you got the most exponential experience.
I invested in some Olakai slippers, which are bomb, by the way. I don't know if you know Olakai, the brand.
No.
Sandals and stuff. Oh, you should look that up just in general. I'll send you a link. But
yes, please.
It came out with slippers, and I got those on. They're pretty good.
Okay. Yeah. I actually am in the market for a new pair of slippers. So, let's get it.
I got you. I'll send you some slipper links.
Send me some of them slippy linkies, buddy. I appreciate it.
Yep.
All right. Well, again, thank you, Ray, for apparently the link for slippers and your time. As always, as you guys are listening, thank you for all the support, feedback, and as well. It's definitely been picking up speed, and it has been very entertaining and helping us build on what we've accomplished so far. So thank you guys for that. If you are new to this podcast, you're coming in on 39, go back to number 1 because some shit would not make sense to you. And you got to go through the shitty episodes before you can actually be rewarded for the good episodes. Okay. Because this is like, we're 39 now. We're in our prime of our
Unless we're going
podcasting.
backwards and the good episodes were back then, in which case you'd want to go listen to those.
You should go listen to those because maybe they're better and we don't remember. That's a good idea.
Exactly.
But if you want to be part of the action here, at ILPAC Podcast is the handle. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. ILPACpodcast@gmail.com if you ever wanted to send us anything through electronic mail. And our website is ilpac.com. We have links to all of those items there for your disposal. So that's it. That's the long and the short of it. Thank you again for everybody. And Ray, as always, I'm going to leave it to you for your final thoughts.
Yeah, in the light of the cancel culture out there, I'm just going to put this out here. 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish.
That's a Dr. Seuss book. Oh, yeah, we're supposed to be canceling him. That's what the whole
Yeah. You're not supposed to tell people. You're supposed to just let it go.
Fucking let it go. Well, yeah, but I had to catch up there. So, thanks.
Okay. You got up now?
Yep, I'm not canceling him. Dr. Seuss is a great artist. Adios, everybody.
Late.